Yeah, it's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop till your heart stops. Let this beat rock. Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts cause I'm too lost. Off, speakers can't even handle me. Give it what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy. And I will never stop, I'm motivated by enemies. Setting up shop so everybody remember me. And no, I am not going through life regretfully. I'd rather work non-stop, what they call incessantly, than work some more job just to live life pleasantly. Already got lost in my mind, not a fantasy, I'm getting with a forgotten soul, so stop, drop, and roll. You lost all control and pop off your balls. I got squat, I fold, I'm not bought, I'm sold. My stock rocks, it's gold. Hey, knock, knock, she holding shit, talk to close. I ain't stopping though, it's hip-hop, you know. Or is it rock and roll? I'm not dropping down, no, my pocket's grown. You can't stop the show, so get rockin' on. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. I'm taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't here to make friends. Yeah. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up now. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up. Hardboard's like a weapon, attack with no questions. In my own section, and they still disconnected, cause their mind's been infected, and they're filled with objection, too filled for recollection, so we're losing all attention. They don't know I'm in contention, cause I'm gaining their attention, cause I'm making a connection. Lyricism and aggression got me feeling my ascension. In my passion, my profession, I'm attacking my obsession, taking action and progressing. I go off on the enemy, that's what makes them scared of me. Make my plans carefully, then execute them daring.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm the FPL Penguin, back again with another stream for you all. Hope you're all doing well. In today's stream, we'll be talking about, I've got a special guest with me. That is Benji, who you know on a lot of my streams. How you doing, Benji?
Okay. Let's just say that.
Glad to have you here again. And we'll be talking about GW28. And thought I'd do another deadline day stream. But we're going to be talking about GW27, how we both got on and how you guys got on too. So hope you do tune in, and hope you do get some questions in the chat too. So Benji, we'll get to mine first, and then we'll get to yours then. So this is how
to my horror show.
This is how I got on in Game Week 27, guys. I got 73 points and took a -4 going to that game week. And guess what rank I started at and what I finished at? The same one, 1.8 million. I started at 1.8 million and finished at 1.8. So you know my season, pretty much a roller coaster. And so far this season, I haven't managed to get out the 1 million overall position. So that's one hell of a season I'm having at the moment. So Benji, how are you getting on, mate? How did you get on in 27?
You know, I'm opening another wound again. I thought it was sewn up, and now I have to explain myself all over again. I had a minus 600,000 places this week. Yeah.
Wow.
I think my game week rank is one of the worst in the game. I had 24 points, I believe, or 25, something like that. Yeah. Bit of a, terrible game week. I mean, everybody that I had blanked. And then the transfers I made, I got rid of Adams, who got I think 12-pointer, and I got rid of Luke Shaw, who got a 14-pointer. So, yeah. And I captained Diaz. So,
mate.
Yeah.
There was someone else who was going to do Captain Diaz. I think it was FPL Lad, who usually comes up here sometimes, but he captained Sterling instead.
That was even worse.
But my God, unlucky, mate, unlucky. Just say hello to a few people. The regulars, we've got Dylan here, we've got Kobe. I've also got Mohammed as well. How you doing, guys? We're gonna swiftly move on to game week. Oh, you also got Steffi here. Steffi, how you doing? Just noticed.
Good evening, boys. Good evening, boys. Good evening, Benji, Penguin.
How's it going? How's it going?
There were better days ahead. Hopefully, this weekend is gonna be one of them.
How did your week go, mate? In 27.
I mean, it was alright. I mean, it was like maybe a 10k green arrow in the end. So I'm around 293k, 76 points.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, I
Kinda
was just
pulled me
saying.
out.
I was just saying to Benji that I started at 1.8 million at the start of this game week and finished on 1.8 million.
Ah, yeah. I mean, that's consistency,
okay,
Consistency
okay.
is key.
At least it's not 1.9 million. Jesus.
Yeah, my red arrows are very consistent. So.
Benji, you're just making world records at this point.
Right, I literally have had two 7 million game week ranks this year. And
See,
I've
that's
had
what I'm saying. Not everyone can do that. You
And
need
I've
skill
had-
for that.
I've had 5 red cards, 2 7 million game week ranks, and 1 sub 10 point score.
Oh, that should be a Twitter bio, to be honest.
Honestly, I am something else.
Yeah, Steffi, if you want to send me your Game Week 28 team, love to
Cool.
see what you've been up to with it. So just we'll move on to Game Week 28, and because I was talking to Benji a few minutes earlier about what he's done, so I'll bring up your team and let's talk about it, mate. So your team is on the screen, should appear for your next 10 seconds. But what have you done? What were your transfers, mate? And
Well, since Steffi's here, we can explain our first transfers together because we did them at the same time.
Is it the Mount one?
Yeah, was it? I think it was 30 or an hour after the deadline, so like around the first game, literally. into the
6th
first
of
game.
March. 6th of March, 7:02.
Okay, so it's a bit later, but we basically made the the first transfers on the first day because Steffi had stupidly done it, and I said to him, "I'll do it with you. I'll do the exact same transfer. So then, if it bites you in the butt, I will be with you." So that was the first transfer that I made. So me and Steffi both did that transfer. It was Mount. I think it was Mount. I don't know who Steffi did it for, but I did it for Lookman. I had Lookman, so I transferred him out for Mason Mount.
all right.
And then my second transfer is also quite controversial. I took Salah out, and who do you think I'd bring in? Son, Kane. I do a -4 for Kane or whatever. No, I brought in a Aubameyang.
Wow.
Okay,
Benji, I can't help you anymore. I can't even explain anything.
my season's over, dude, and I just wanted. I'm so done.
Living life. Viva.
I am losing it, but there is some method to the madness. Okay, he plays in game week 29, so that's 1 bonus. At 2, I do think Arsenal are a lot better than people think they are. Like the 1-1 against Burnley is definitely not what it should have been. And actually,
Penguin, can we cut him off fair, please?
no, but if you actually look at the stats in the last 4 games, Arsenal was second best attacking XG in the last 4 games. Better, than Chelsea, better than Tottenham by a mile. So, actually, in fact, they are stats-wise proving their worth. And Aubameyang has got good, attacking returns recently, and especially in the big games. He does score in the big games. So, that was my transfer this week. I think I already said in the midweek stream, Sterling's gonna come out. Fuck Sterling. I hate him so much. He's coming out for Son or Bale for the blank game week 29, and I'll be happy. But I thought I'd go a bit rogue. Like, I'm 2 million in rank. I went down 700k this week, or 600k. Why not have a bit of fun? And I think there's a little bit of method to my madness, and it's fun.
Yeah. And but yeah, so he was saying that you do you. This is what Dylan said. Dylan's saying no Spurs, but double Arsenal. You do you, Benji.
I have triple
Yeah.
Arsenal. No. I have triple Arsenal.
He's doing himself quite nicely. Yeah.
I have triple Arsenal.
Oh, he's got triple Arsenal. My God, that's even worse.
Oh.
My God,
I
Benji,
think
you've
he's
lost
the
the plot,
first.
bloke.
I think he's the first player to do that this season.
You've lost the
Oh
plot.
my God. I've lost it.
My God. But the Salah one, you said you took Salah out. Oh, I can't understand that. But
Yeah.
mate.
I've lost it, haven't I? Oh my
Oh,
God.
well.
Mate, my season's over. I've just got to have fun now.
Yeah,
right?
have fun with it, mate.
I'm that minus 600 rank has really destroyed my mental, and I'd rather just have fun than play serious because it's done for me. There's no coming back. I've never had a rank over 1 million, like in a serious season. Like, I think one of my first seasons I had like 1 million because I didn't play, but the actual serious seasons, I've never gone past, I think, 800k. I don't know, something like that. So it's done for me. I just need to have fun, and people need to have fun in FPL.
Cool. Yeah, that's the main thing. Before we get to Steffi's team, just going to answer a few questions, so then we'll space it all out. Is Kane injured, or is it another Mourinho trick? Now, this is the talking point, because we know he went off with a muscle injury, a knock or something, after their Europa League game. I myself's got Kane. I don't know what you guys think. Is it another Jose Mourinho playing some mind games, Steffi?
So I think he just like felt some discomfort, and that's it. Mourinho probably didn't want to risk him anymore. So yeah, I mean, Kane is fragile. It's not even mind games anymore. I feel like Kane is so fragile at this point of the season. So
Yeah, I mean the Arsenal game.
I'm a
sorry.
bit
Yeah,
skeptical.
the Arsenal game.
I'm a bit skeptical as well, but hopefully I think he's gonna play.
Yeah.
Especially against Arsenal, he won't miss that game for nothing.
No.
So.
It's mind games, it really is, and he's such an important player to them. He's linked up well with Gareth Bale, as we all know. Gareth Bale's done that extremely well. This guy's saying, thoughts on Uber captain? Now, Benji, you've got a family in your team. What do you think of that? Let's get your thoughts.
He's going to score a penalty, and he's going to score an amazing top right corner goal. And we're all going to start saying, we should have got in Aubameyang.
No, that in Benji language, that is pretty much he's gonna get a red card. In Benji's
He's
language.
going to get a red card, isn't he? Yeah. Add to my 5 red cards this year.
Oh my God. What was I saying? Mason Mount, he's my captain. Dylan says, Mason Mount, a good differential captain to go for. I was considering him, but I'm going to keep it on Kane at the moment, despite his little knock. Hey Penguin, a shout on Luca Dean, or Digne, how you pronounce the name, as captaincy. So the Everton attacking left back. What do we think of that, guys, for Yash? Good shout, because Everton have Burnley, isn't it? Burnley at home. So do you think it's worth a shout going for Luca Dean? We'll start with Steffi.
Yes, I'm actually totally on that because Everton are starting playing that attacking football from the beginning of the season. So I feel like Dean, especially if he plays in the midfield, because Guardiola, Ancelotti, he's actually quite experimenting with the defense recently. So even if he plays a left back, he's attacking, but Dean could easily play in left midfielder against Burnley. So yeah, that could be a good decision.
Cool. What's someone saying? Someone's saying start Antonio or Dunk. Now Brighton have Southampton, West Ham have Man United. I don't know what you guys think. Do you think we'll start with Benji? What do you think? Do you think you should start Antonio versus Man United? Because we have seen him score against Man City, and United look a bit shaky. Sheffield United earlier getting a result at Old Trafford. Or do you think Brighton, with Dunk in his team, do you think they'll get a clean sheet? What do you think? What's better?
I'd say play Antonio for me.
Okay.
He was so good against City, and I know he was quite sluggish, I believe against Leeds. But we've always seen Antonio feel sluggish, and you're like, oh, should we get rid of him? He looks slow, and then he goes and bangs a goal against, City. He goes bangs a goal against a Tottenham or whatever. He can score goals against the big teams, and we've seen he is semi-fixture proof. He can get goals in the big games. So, and especially with United's shaky defence at times, you saw if people watched the Europa League game, they were pretty shaky at times. And as for set pieces, if you've got Cresswell, yes, keep him in your team if you've got Cresswell, because they were terrible on set pieces last night and they got away with a couple of chances and then they conceded one at the end. So if you've got Cresswell, I would say it's probably a good shout to put him in and give him a punt.
Cool. What do you think, Steffi? Do you agree with Benji?
Nah, as usual, I'm the complete opposite of Benji.
Okay.
So I would start Dunk. I mean, that's probably biased because I'm starting Dunk in my team. But if I had the luxury to choose between Antonio or Dunk, yeah, I think I would go for Antonio. Yeah, he just has that something to score against big teams, and he can do anything at any games. So yeah, I would start Antonio.
Cool.
Damn it, I agree with Benji. No, no, come on.
Dylan's saying that stats-wise, yes, but goals-wise, no. Stats-wise, don't get you points. So many stats there. Somebody else saying, hello, which duo should I choose? Rafinha and Bamford, or Rafinha and Lookman, or Bamford and Lookman? My God. I would, for this week, Chelsea's going to be tough. You're a Chelsea fan, aren't you, Steffi? Steffi?
I'm Benji normal.
Steffi?
Steffi?
Steffi? Are you there?
Am I out?
No, I can hear you now.
Hello.
Hello? Right. I can hear him laughing.
I think his mic.
Right, okay, right. Alright, so we'll ask Benji while we wait for Steffi. What do you think of that? Do you think you should go for Rafinha Bamford, Rafinha Lookman, or Bamford Lookman? This is from Abdul.
I wouldn't be playing any of them.
Okay.
Leeds have Chelsea. Chelsea have a great defence at the moment. And Leeds are playing at home, which we know have that terrible ground. And they've had a terrible record at home recently because their ground is so awful. And everyone's slipping and sliding and nobody can do anything. And Chelsea are just very good defensively at the moment.
Yes.
So, Rafinha is probably the only player I would say. But even then, I don't think I'd be playing any Leeds players. And as for Fulham players, maybe they could get a goal against City. I see that happening. But I wouldn't be playing a Fulham player over somebody else. But if you have to play a player, I'd say probably Rafinha is the only one that I see out that I actually like.
What about you, Steffi? Being a Chelsea fan, Leeds going up against.
Yeah, I'm benching all my Leeds players this week.
Okay.
All of them. So basically, I'm playing Saka in front of Rafinha, Bamford, and Dallas. But my first bench is going to be Rafinha in case someone doesn't play, because I feel like the only player that can do damage against Chelsea is probably Rafinha.
Yeah.
So yeah, just bench them.
Okay. We've got someone here saying, Dylan's asking you, Benji, have you still got your wild card? Or have you used them both?
No, I have nothing.
You have nothing?
And his comment about stats, about goals, I think he's talking about Aubameyang. Aubameyang has 9 goals. He has 4 goals in his last 4 games. So if you're talking about goals, he is scoring recently, and he has got a goal record still this season. And you know what Aubameyang is like, and he can be a monster. So don't talk to me about stats and goals.
Oh my God. We've got your team on the screen, should appear next few seconds, Steffi. Do you want to talk us through your team? Any transfers?
Yeah, so the first transfer is just pretty much, let's do the story of Benji and me. So basically, for some reason, I can't remember why I did it. Yeah, I was pissed at Bruno or something. So basically, I swapped out Bruno for Mount. So there you go. And I put Mount as my captain this week. So playing with fire.
Oh yeah, you got rid of Bruno.
Wow.
Before Bruno played.
Yeah, and Bruno scored. So I mean, I'm good. I'll take that 10-pointer. And yeah, Dunk instead of any Leeds player. I feel like Dunk has the better chance of doing anything.
Okay.
Except for the Leeds player. So yeah, pretty much that's it. The whole thing. Kane is my vice captain, but I was really tempted, but that injury just like made me 100% sure that I'm gonna play Mount as my captain. So yeah.
See, I'm tempted as well. Well, earlier before the Kane move, I was tempted to captain Mount because I think I think Chelsea are really going to go at Leeds, and it could be a pretty high-scoring game at Ellen Road. And I don't know, but I think I'm going to still keep it on Kane. The guy's got like, I don't know, was it like 12 or 11 goals in like 12 appearances versus Arsenal during the last 10 years or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he just loves scoring against the Arsenal. But I think I am tempted to do differential, but I hope Mount does well. But I hope Kane does better if I'm captaining him. But I mean, can you imagine all over Twitter, he gets benched and just like, oh God, I can't be doing with that.
And the good thing is Mount could take penalties if Jorginho doesn't start.
Yeah,
So he becomes a great option then if you're captaining him and you're like, oh, I could get a lucky scammy penalty, you know.
Yeah, he's a lot more attacking, hasn't he, since the new Chelsea manager was appointed? You know, he's played in a more attacking role. And I don't know, because if you've been watching the game, Steffi, I mean, how attacking has he looked, Mount, compared to the Frank Lampard era? Has he looked more attacking?
I think just a bit more. It's not a drastic change because Mount was always that player that pushed everyone. You know, his work rate made everyone push forward. So I feel like to hell, like Jed would say, to shell. He just made it like a bit more shinier, that attacking potential. So yeah. Penalties, I don't think he could be in penalties. I'm not sure about that because I feel like Jorginho is the first one. I don't know who's the second penalty taker.
Is it Timo Werner?
It was before that miss at Luton. So I'm really intrigued now.
Yeah, because Mount took the penalty against Southampton when Jorginho wasn't on the pitch. So that's why people think that it's Mount if Jorginho isn't on the pitch, because it's happened already.
Oh,
yeah. That's why people... And he most likely will be on corners as well. So that's also another plus.
Cool. But yeah, you mentioned all your Leeds assets, and I don't think it's a bad idea. Because, you know, I was somebody who was hyping them up when they played Villa and they blanked on that, and Benji was telling me that.
Oh, that was a double clean sheet.
I told you.
Oh, that was nice.
It was so obvious in my head.
Captain us in the mud.
Anyway.
George is violating me right now. George, come on. George. What is he saying?
Right, we'll move on to Team Jay. BT, how you doing, Jay? If you want to pop on with me, with myself, Benji and Steffi on Discord, you're more than welcome, mate. If you can't, I totally understand. We also got Benjamin and Donny and George tuning in. How you doing, guys? George saying Leeds will smash Chelsea. That's what he's hoping. Probably a Leeds fan. Dylan saying first Jorginho, second Mount, third Werner. Dylan thinks, because he's a Chelsea fan too, like yourself, Steffi. So for penalties, he's talking about.
My guy.
Rohit is saying Bamford versus Target. So you know which one to probably go for, which one to bench or which one to start. Target. Who's Aston Villa got to get? Newcastle. I'd say probably Target. You know, he gets those attacking returns when, you know, not many, but Martinez or I believe that's Mendy from Chelsea. I'd say Martinez. You know, get some save points. Easy game against Newcastle. But yeah, start Veltman or Regulon. I can't even pronounce his name right. Who would you guys say? The Spurs left back or the... Because Veltman's quite cheap. You know, he's getting the starts. Do you think Veltman or Regulon?
Veltman is... I like Veltman. He had a goal the other week, didn't he? He seems very attacking.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, Veltman.
Yeah, Veltman as well. He's playing a good few games, so I feel like he has a motivation.
Yeah, and Benjamin also asked you this at Steffi first. Is Havertz an option? You know, an FPL option to go for? You know, he got 2 assists last time out. He's missed a fair few games due to COVID.
I think it's too early to say.
Do you think it's a bit
way too early to say, because he played one good game. I mean, I was really happy for him to see playing that good. But the thing is, he benched Mount against Everton, so I don't feel like he has that starting spot definitely. So I would keep an eye on him maybe for the next 2-3 game weeks.
Cool. Going to go into Bale. Already have Kane, Son, and KDB. Not a bad shout, bad one that Dylan. Go for that Kane. Bale's the one, you know, really in form at the moment. We're going to move on now to my team, my disaster of a team. That's why I'm in the team. There's not a Kalou FC, hence the former Chelsea player Kalou. So we're going to have a little scroll down, and this is how I'm lined up. I know I'm not taking any hits. I'm not taking any hits this game week. This is how my team lines up. I've got Pope, Stones, Diaz, and Cresswell. Midfield, I'm keeping Salah for one more week. I've also got Mountain there. I brought Mountain for who was it? Who did I bring him in for? Harvey Barnes. That's it. I brought him for Harvey Barnes, and it's for a free transfer. And also got Son, Rafinha, and I got Antonio, Captain Kane, and Bamford up front, with my bench being De Gea, Lingard, Alioski, and Dyer. So that's how I'm lining up. Hopefully I don't go like up 200k and then down 200k again, like a damn roller coaster. I mean, mate, I can't really be doing that again. I mean, I've not been out the 1 million rank since game week 1. I mean, come on, Benji. You think you're having a bad season? I'm here having a season I can't get out of 1 million, mate. My worst ever season.
1 million. I haven't been out of 1 million either. So.
All right. Join the club. Join the club.
At least you haven't had 5 red cards, okay?
5 red cards. Yeah, so that's what I'm going for. Yeah, I'm going to give Salah one more chance because, as we know, he did. Last time out against Wolves, he got a goal and an assist against Wolves last time out. Like I said, I think it's great that I saw improvement against Leipzig. Jota's back. It looks like hopefully starting. Firmino is injured. Fabinho looks like he's back in midfield now. That's where he's at his strongest. I hate to see these players playing out of position, like seeing Henderson when he was fit playing defence. Because I know we had all these injuries, fair enough. But I mean, these players. That's why there was no creativity. There was nothing. Thiago had a very good game. People still slate him, but you have to know that he was a CDM at Bayern Munich and stuff. He's not someone who's going to get goals, assists. He's that workhorse in that team to get the team going. He played well. I just think this team looks good overall, and like I brought Mountain, could captain it, but I'm not that. I'm going to keep it on Kane for now. But I think Chelsea could have a very, very good game against Leeds. So I've got those 3 assets going into the early kickoff tomorrow afternoon. And the only little plan is, do I bring in Bale soon? Would mean me getting rid of Dyer, of course. But I don't know what you guys think. Do you think triple, double Spurs attack at the moment? Do you think do you think triple's a bit too far to go for? Do you think double's a bit more safer? We'll start with Steffi. Do you think triple?
Yes. Because I have the same dilemma, bringing in Bale, then I have, of course, a triple, the usual suspects, Son, Bale, Kane. I feel like, it's just way too much. Personally, for me, someone may like it, but like a triple, I mean, any team with a triple City, triple United, triple Chelsea, that's just way too much players for me, and especially with Bale, he's on a good run, but I'm not so sure about it.
What about you, Benji?
Well, for me, I think double Spurs is probably enough for me, but I can understand people's need for 3. They play in 29, and then they play Newcastle in 30, I believe. So they're kind of good to have the run-off of 29, and then say if you've got a wild card, you can wild card in 31, so then you can get out of that triple pretty easily. So yeah, like I understand why people would have a triple up on Spurs, but if you don't have a wild card and you don't really plan to, wild card out of the triple in 30, then I probably wouldn't recommend a triple. And I would probably just recommend a double Spurs.
Okay, we've got another person voice chat. He's a regular guest on this chat on these streams. It's Jay from GW28 FPL. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing very well. It's Friday. Let's go.
We just need FPL,
what are you saying,
lad.
Benji? How's it going?
Here he is, the man that said KD was done.
I knew this was going to come up.
It was over.
Nah, man. I mean, even after he scored a brace, I still think he's a stinky option. Doesn't change my mind. He's still a bad option. He's getting Right, think about it this way. He's getting benched times in the next 6 game weeks.
No.
Wow.
Think about it like that.
Doesn't get benched that often. If you know KDB.
Nah, but in the next, he's guaranteed 2 because he doesn't play 29 and 33. He's going to get benched probably against Fulham. Let's be real.
No.
No, just no.
No. I really don't think he does.
You reckon?
When he's playing regularly, he plays pretty much 60 to 70 minutes up to 90 minutes a game.
But they don't need to play him every game anymore because
I
like
know,
earlier on in the season, it was like,
I
you
wouldn't be
need to
surprised if he was benched against Fulham, but I do think he just starts most games because before he was injured, he was starting most games. He got benched like one game out of how many games he played, you know. So I don't think I think he's fine, honestly. If he's back to full fitness, he will start most games.
No, just to talk about KDB quickly. I mean, KDB, you know, you're 14 points ahead of, is it Manchester United or something? I mean, you don't really need to keep starting KDB, do you? I mean, you just give the guy a rest.
I mean, it's Pep. It's Pep though, because what Pep does is he likes to play the strongest teams every game, even in the Carabao Cup games against like Accrington Stanley. He would play a very, very hard team because he wants the players constantly keep playing at the highest level. He said that before. He likes his rotation, of course, you can see that. He said that he will rotate, but he still likes to play a lot of the players constantly to get them in the groove and keep at it. And he has said in the past that he will play players that he thinks are in form constantly. So Mahrez had been in form for the last 6 weeks, and he started him every single game, and that's for a reason, because he feels like he needs to keep playing them to keep going on his form. And he's even played in the Champions League games, Mahrez. He hasn't had a rest in ages because Pep believes he deserves that. So if De Bruyne goes on the same sort of run, if his form sort of returns now, I don't see why he has any reason to drop him more than one game in the next 6.
What about Gundo? Sorry to cut you off.
No. Please, carry on. It's fine.
Gundo. Well, for me, I don't know what it is. He played like 2 horrible games in a row, both against United and against
that goal was so jammy. Oof, I was very pleased with that.
Like he did nothing the whole game, and he, especially against Southampton and United, especially against United. Sorry, he was useless. He was absolutely terrible against United. And then I thought Southampton, he could do something, and I watched him, and he got 1 goal, but apart from that, he did nothing. He made no runs. No
that's what I was saying.
He lost the ball more times than any player on that pitch, and he just played awful, and I don't know what it was. Maybe he's tired, I don't know, but yeah, I think he's much worse now, you can see.
But the thing is, like, I feel like with KDB back, people need to like realize and expect that he's not going to be that attacking anymore. He's going to play a deeper role.
But he's not, though. That's the thing. He against Southampton, he was not playing a deeper role.
I don't know. I wasn't watching the Southampton game, but the United game, he was pretty deep down.
Yeah, United, he was very deep. But against Southampton, he wasn't. But he made 1 run and he got 1 goal. That's it. And every other time he tried to pass him behind, it was poor passes. I remember one to Foden in the first half. And he tried to dink it over the defence. And it just skied it. Like, simple through balls that were so easy to place. It was not his game. Maybe he comes back, but he didn't perform well against Southampton or Man United.
Okay. Jay, if you want to send me your team for GW28, you're more than welcome to send it to me on Twitter. We could have a little discuss about it.
Tear it apart.
So just got Robbo here saying, need a defender for this week and upcoming Chelsea. Just let me know what your defence is at the moment, Robbo, and we'll be able to help you out a bit further. George saying, can I send you my team? Yep, just sent you my Twitter handle below. What's everyone saying? I think Leeds will keep a clean sheet, so that means blank for the Chelsea boys. He's a Man United fan, by the way, George, he's just said. But yeah, and then Dylan saying JBT is here, positive vibes.
Hey, positive vibes only. Let's have it, Dylan. Let's have it.
Benjamin saying, should I captain Sterling, Mount, or Ricardo Pereira? Now, we got 2. We've got a Chelsea, we've got a City, we've got a City fan here, and a Chelsea fan here. We're going to start with we'll start with Benji. What do you think, mate? This is Benjamin's question. And what do you think? Sterling, Mount, or Ricardo for captain? Differential captains right there.
Right now I have mine on Sterling, and that's just based off of I'm gonna get rid of him next week anyway, so this is his last hurrah. But there is some sort of method to the madness, as there always is for me. The last time he got benched, like a full benching, not like coming on for any minutes, he played against Fulham and then got 11 points. So there's a bit of hoodoo there for me. I'm doing a bit of confirmation bias, but I really want him to perform because I hate him so much. So I'm captaining him as well. So I would probably say Sterling because I'm captaining him.
What about you, Steffi? What do you think about?
Out of this, I think Mount is my captain, so I'm gonna get if you Mount. Ricardo, I mean, he played like out of the last 4 games, the 2 games he played that right wing, so yeah, he could have got some attacking returns, but now he's back at right back. That Leicester attack is quite numbed, so I feel like he's not an option really. And Sterling, I mean, Sterling has disappointed me so many times this season, but he had me so many times, so
He's so bad.
yeah, I would go for Mount.
So
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, if I was being serious, go for Mount. Don't ever captain Sterling. He's so bad, and he'll just every time you'll watch him, you'll be like, "Oh, he could have scored that, and he could have scored that," and he'll just constantly keep frustrating you because you've captained him. So just don't put yourself through that pain like I do. So I'd say.
Where's all the Harry Kane talk?
Yeah, we were talking about that. I mean,
Who's that? Who's that?
Who's Kane? Who is
You
Kane?
mean Aubameyang?
Oh, God.
Harry Kane.
The guy who's gonna get a hat trick.
Aubameyang. That's my transfer.
No, but
well, not.
he
that
means red
directly.
card. That's his like slang for red card. Like, actually, that's his slang.
Yeah. About Harry Kane. Some Dylan saying here, is Kabak a starter for Liverpool? He's getting them games, but I think we're seeing now Fabinho going back into that midfield now, as we saw in the Champions League. I think probably Phillips will be in there again, and we've still got the defensive worries, but I think Fab will probably be in midfield. Maybe Kabak will get a start next to Phillips. That's what I think. Who is Southampton's first team goalkeeper? It's McCarthy, isn't it?
They've been rotating it a lot though recently,
Yeah.
but I think McCarthy should keep the spot.
They're rotating it more than Pep does his old team. Someone said
That Southampton game was a hell of a game.
Yeah.
So
Matthew's saying Captain Salah or Kane. Well, I'm not going to mention Benji getting rid of Salah, but I mean,
Captain Salah, because I got rid of him, so he'll
Jay!
definitely
there you go,
score.
Jay. That's what he said. He's captained. He got rid of Salah. He got rid of Salah.
Yeah, so I got rid of Salah, so captain him because he will definitely score now because I'm on a terrible season. So
I think he could be a good one to captain. I know it sounds so. Oh, I don't know. I think with Fabinho back in midfield, I don't know. Oh god, it's quite tempting, isn't it? And especially the ownership's slowly going down, and people not considering him as captain.
See how many chances he missed though against Leipzig.
Wolves just look.
do you
Gonna
reckon
eat your heart out.
Wolves just look.
Salah gets rotated at all? Sorry, Bengal.
Yeah, listen.
Do you reckon he gets any
I
kind of
think.
rotation?
Yeah, I was. That's the first thing that came in my head the other day. After the Leipzig game, he could be rotated, but I think Firmino's still out. But then we got bloody Shaqiri and I've still got Origi there.
Imagine that Shaqiri over Salah, Jesus.
God, that would absolutely just be a pain in the ass, wouldn't it?
Oh god.
Yeah. So.
It's like when your average age of your centre backs last week against Fulham was like fucking 12. Like you had kids literally at your back. Who was it at your back? Phillips and the 2 Williams. Like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I mean. We need Van Dijk back and Gomez. I mean, we've lost 2 of our main frigging centre backs there. I mean, my God, I can't. And our business in the January transfer window. I mean, I like this Davis guy from Preston who we signed get a start because be interested. Yeah, but at least he's solid. He's just sitting on the bench like he's like.
Yeah, but did you see Klopp's reaction to it? Because the commentator after the Fulham game was like, I think it was after the Fulham game or before the Leipzig game, I don't know. And he was like, what about Ben Davies? And he goes, oh, the Welsh left back for Spurs. He doesn't even know he's signed.
Oh no, I didn't say that. I didn't.
So he did.
Fucking hell, I didn't say
It's
that.
so embarrassing. He doesn't even know that he's signed another centre back.
Oh god, that's not good. Oh god, awkward.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So someone's saying here, start Bamford or Rafinha. We talked about Leeds assets. Steffi, you're one who's benching all his Leeds assets. But if you guys, we'll start with Jay. Ask you many questions. What do you think about Leeds v Chelsea? You think Chelsea have just got this in the bag? They're going to just get a clean sheet. They're going to just destroy Leeds. What do you think about tomorrow after?
So basically, what's going to happen with this game is Gundogan's going to get benched. I'm going to get Bamford off of my bench.
Okay.
And I'm also starting Rafinha. So Leeds are going to absolutely smash Chelsea. And we're going to see an absolute
Mate, come on,
riot.
mate. That's totally unbiased and unbiased. No, I'm not having it.
Nah. Chelsea will win. Chelsea will win.
No, the thing is, that's actually gonna happen. I have Gundo, so that's gonna happen probably.
Oh, I'd love it to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd love it.
Wow. We just quickly move on. I don't know if you sent me your team, Jay, for.
Oh, shit, yeah. Sorry,
No.
about
While we do that,
went
we've
on
got
Twitter
George's team.
messages.
We've got George's team. We'll talk about that. This is from one of the viewers right now, George, and this is his team on the screen. He hasn't really asked anything. I haven't checked, but if you got any questions you want us to help you out with, George, just do let us know if there's any questions, anything you want help with your team.
Defense.
But that's interesting. That triple City. We'll go straight to Benji. What are your thoughts on that, mate? Being a City fan.
Oh my god, that makes me feel sick.
Now Lookman goal. When Lookman scores that goal.
Yeah, how do you watch a game? How do you watch a City game? I bet you just don't watch one because you're just hoping and praying. Yeah.
He's maybe in a different time zone. Maybe he's gonna sleep.
Maybe. Well, he's a United fan, so he can't have any attackers, right? Because that would just be blasphemy.
That would have been a weird game to watch. The Man United City game. Obviously, as a United fan, but it basically shuts up most of your team.
I think this is good. I think Cresswell is actually a good option, and I think he's a great option for the future. He seems to just be getting assists every single game. Such a good. I don't know about anybody else, but I think he's such a good, set piece taker and a good option. So I think that's good.
What do you think, Steffi, of Georgia's team? Do you think, especially the triple City defence? I mean,
It's as Ben just said, it's a bit sick.
do you think they'll all start?
Looking at all that light blue.
Do you think they'll all
Looking at
all
all
start
that
again,
light blue.
or do you think they'll be
Yes.
rotated the defence again? Do you think?
I don't know. I feel like he could start, and I feel like he will start all three of them, especially since Laporte played in the last games. I feel like Stones will play most definitely. Cresswell, good option. Son, Kane, Bamford, Rafinha, so double Leeds. So Leeds are not gonna do anything against Chelsea, no matter how hard you wish that for. No. And Watkins. So overall it's a quite nice squad to be honest. I would probably start. In fact, no, I thought that was Antonio on his bench, but I feel like that's it. It doesn't need to change anything.
He's just asked the question: should he start Cresswell or Harrison? I think he just stick with Cresswell. Stick with Cresswell. I don't get Jay's thoughts on it as well. What do you think of George's team? Do you like it? What captain wise as well? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, man, it's all right. I feel like this team this weekend could smash it with if all those three City assets starts. They're keeping a clean sheet against Fulham. No way they're not.
Well, you say that.
The captain.
They scored against Spurs, scored against Liverpool.
I can't see it being a tight game against Fulham.
Yeah, but you would call all of those teams like awful anyway, wouldn't you? So.
No, like I said, I think it's going to be a tight game.
City is good.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a tight game against Fulham. I think it's Fulham have really frustrated a lot of teams, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Believe it or not, I think there's going to be goals, but I think Fulham will really. It's what, Joe?
You're annoying Benji. Benji, did you hear that? Can you repeat that once again, Penguins?
I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
Reaction?
I'm going to be 1-1 draw. I said it right now. No, but it's tough.
You're gonna lose
Benji,
to a wall.
Benji,
Shut
do you
up.
not think it's
I
going to be a
can
tough
hear
game?
that eye roll.
You're
Benji,
literally gonna walk
Benji.
lose to an orange wall.
Benji,
So just
Benji, do you
stop
not think it's going to be a tough game? Yes or no? Do you not think it's going to be
No, it's not going to be a tough game.
against Fulham?
Gonna-
Oh, Fulham away. I mean, come on. We've seen what they've done. We've seen what they've done. I mean, come on. Really?
Nah, like all seriousness though, like I can see Fulham scoring. Like not gonna lie, being a City fan, I am always scared of our defense because like even in the Centurion year, our defense was leaky a lot. Like a lot of the time that we were leaking goals, especially
second
towards
best
the end
defense in the league. Oh come on, man.
Yeah, I know, but like recently we've been leaky.
West Ham, Wolves.
We conceded against Wolves, West Ham, and United.
I mean, you conceded in the last 6.
We haven't kept a clean sheet in 4 games, so
No, that's 6 out of the last 7. You haven't clean sheet.
yeah. So
honest score prediction. What do you think the score is going to be, Benji, for the City game?
Oh, we're definitely smashing them. We keep
It's gonna be another 8-0.
1-0. That's all you get. That's all you get.
If City were to win, I would say 1-0. I would say 1-0 City, but I just see a draw. I think Fulham will really frustrate you. I think they will.
I think it's going to be quite a good game though. Like 3-1. I think we'll. I think it might be a Southampton situation where like they score or we score and then they score and we're like, oh no, and then we just put on the Jets and
So like a
destroy
football
them.
game. What was the first game? What was the result?
Say again.
What was the result in the first
of
game?
of the reverse fixture? 2-0.
Yeah.
2-0 City.
Yeah.
And they had actually started doing well by that time as well. So
I just think it's gonna be tough. Well, we'll see what happens. But Jay, we've got your team on the screen. Jay. Thanks for that, George. By the way, thank you. I hope we've helped you out there. But Jay, do you want to talk us through your team, mate, and any transfers? Let us know.
Yeah, man. So at the backs where I'm hoping most of the points are going to come, we're going to see a nice little clean sheet finally from Leicester with Ricardo Pereira absolutely smashing it and scoring.
He just jinxed him. He just jinxed it for me again. Jinxed it again for me.
There you go.
We're going to see Vestergaard score the goal that he should have scored against Manchester City. He did get an assist though, so I'll take that.
Yeah,
any day.
an assist that should never have happened, but we'll move.
We'll move. So that was quite nice. And then we've also in the midfield got Gundogan, who's my potential transfer to Saka this week. That's kind of what my main debate is. Fernandez, Son, the regulars. Rafinha kind of just comes in because I've got to play someone. Watkins and Kane up front. Kane captain, very simple. And he's just on incredible form, and there's no way in my mind that he doesn't play in this North London derby. So all the way. Let's have it.
Yeah, you're another one that's benching Bamford as well, but I think I'm starting in my team because he's just a right bugger, isn't he? He's just one of them when he decides to just frustrate his own or something like that, or just keep them waiting. He just pops up with a goal. I start in my team, even though they got Chelsea. I just think he's one of them players that's like, he's going to probably pop up with a goal and you go like, yeah, he's got a goal. But yeah, it's nice. So what we've got Newcastle and Villa tonight, and we also just let everyone know I'm keeping track, and we've got less than half an hour before the window shuts. Or is it about half 6? Is it an hour's time?
I think
It's half 6.
Yeah, it says on the screen. Yeah, we've got an hour. That's all right. Then we don't need to rush like a few weeks ago.
I was scared there, dude.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's so on the screen. But you got Newcastle versus Villa tonight, Jay. You got Martinez and Watkins playing tonight. I mean, how do you see that game going? I mean, there's still no Grealish tonight. You think Villa still got this in the bag?
Yeah, got to be no Grealish, but Newcastle have literally no attackers.
Yeah.
Linton, are we really going to consider that a serious
Andy
threat?
Carroll.
He's
Carroll.
like a quarter of attacker. He's terrible.
Good for Andy
So,
Carroll.
yeah.
He'll get a goal.
Andy Carroll, okay.
Head one in with his
all I've got to
ponytail.
say to that.
Yeah, it's a natural joke how bad Newcastle are, and
Yeah.
if Villa don't score, a couple goals in this game or start off quick, I might not even watch this game. I hate watching Newcastle, so.
Yeah, I just.
Why is that?
They are so boring. They're so boring. Come on, they are like a boring team in this league, and they deserve to get relegated.
One of the most entertaining teams in the league. Don't know what you're on about.
But yeah, so it's nice to you're going for Captain Kane, like myself. And but your thoughts on Gundogan? Are you going to keep him a bit more long term till the end of the season? Gundogan. Now that he did score against in the last game with Southampton. And we'll get Benji's thoughts in a minute because
very lucky.
yeah, are you gonna?
Very
Are
lucky.
you planning to keep him
Like I
to
said
the end of the
before.
season, Jay? We'll get Benji's
Nah,
in a minute.
he's gone this. He's gone this week or next. To be honest,
Okay.
It's either Gundogan to Saka this week or Gundogan to Saka next week, basically. Yeah, I do quite like the idea of having 2 free transfers before the blank though. So I'm kind of tempted to keep him, and then just with the expectation that Bamford's coming off the bench. Because that's what I think is going to happen. If Gundogan starts against Fulham, we'll see what happens.
Over there. Yeah, it's a nice team, and I like it. We got any more questions? Just go through what everyone's saying. Start Bamford or Rafinha. I'd say Rafinha. Obviously he's getting those tackle returns. He's just too good for Leeds. He's their star player. Matthew's saying, how you doing, Matthew? Saying, need Davis back from injury. And owners said that they will spend big if needed to get us back in the UEFA Champions League. Tuchel robbed for manager of the month. Let me guess, looking at Benji's comment, was it Guardiola that got it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I'm actually convinced that they don't count votes. They just don't count.
I think
How is
Tuchel
that?
should have got it. I mean,
My
he's doing
boy,
well.
my Thomas.
Go on, Steffi.
Tuchel's done well, right?
Yeah,
But
I think he deserves
it.
it.
Was in February, that was the biggest part of our run, though. Like, come on, that was the biggest part of this elongated run, and I don't know. If I'm gonna be non-biased, I do think Thomas Tuchel should have probably won it based on the fact he's just come in, and he's been able to turn this team into one of the best defenses in the league. So just based on that, maybe it should have been given to Tuchel. But I mean, come on, like the month of February was so good for City, and we smashed teams and we won teams against teams comfortably. We beat Spurs in that time, and Arsenal. So those are 2 Big Six teams as well. Although they're
So I
not very
just can't
good,
wait for Magic to score against you.
Shut up.
Well, just a bit of comparison. We'll look how City and Chelsea did start February. I mean, City beat Burnley 2-0, and then Chelsea beat Spurs 1-0. And if we scroll down, Chelsea won 2-1 against Sheffield United. Man City won 4-1 against Liverpool. Fair enough, we'll give you that.
I forgot about that.
City won 3-0 against Spurs. Then Chelsea won 2. See, you've had the harder teams. You've had us.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll just give you it. You just edged it. But I think
I think that 4-1 gives it to Pep.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah,
the win
that's
against
true.
Liverpool.
He's
the
done
win
very
against
well.
Liverpool definitely gives it to Pep.
Yeah.
After how many years we beat you? Like 2000 something, like almost 20 years.
It's always got goals in it, hasn't it?
So, the significance of that probably gives it to Pep.
Yeah, I mean, but your thoughts on with Steffi on Tuchel. He's done well, hasn't he? And he's got clean sheets against Liverpool, Man United. I don't think he's lost yet, has he? Is he still? Is it still undefeated
Nope.
record? So
Still undefeated.
he's doing well.
Still undefeated.
So how do you think the Atletico Madrid second leg will go next week, the week coming? Do you think he'll keep that lead and get Chelsea through to is it the last 16 or last 8?
It's going to be
quarterfinals?
a really tough game because anyone who plays against Atletico is going to be anti-football because Simeone is going to play with 5 defenders and probably 5 of the stewards are going to play in the back. There's going to be a back 10 probably. But hopefully we can just press them from the beginning. Just press them. I mean, we've got that away goal advantage, so we can just score 1 and we're done. We're through. We're winning the Champions League. And that's just somewhat pretty much. But yeah, on a more serious note, I feel like we need to win this game. We deserve to win it, and I feel like we are a better team than Atletico.
Yeah, I want you to go through, Steffi, so you can draw Man City,
Thank you, Vin.
and then we beat you. So
Now you're gonna probably draw Accrington Stanley. I mean, he usually goes like that.
Oh wow!
That would be a massive game for you City fans. I mean,
we'll just have a look at the FPL Penguin League. I'd like to update a lot of you how everyone's doing. If you can see a name, anyone watching, do let me know. We've got Aldo at 19th place going up last week. Lead is Neil I think I sure reviewed Neil's team last time. I think it was him. And also got Patricia in second. So if you can see a name, do let me know. FPL King is there as well. So well done to these guys who are just rocking it at the moment. And Neil, who's got about 1,881 points. And Patricia's got 1,855 points. So we've got about, at least, I'd say, in the top 12 or hit the 1,800 overall points at the minute, so that's something to make me feel even more bad about my rank, my season. But well done to those guys. We'll just get to some of your questions. We've got Dylan saying, and Gundogan won player of the month, not Lingard or Rafinha. Do you think I should keep KDB long term? We'll talk about that. We'll go to Benji first, being a City fan. I've got a lot of City questions coming in during this stream. Benji, what do you...
best team in the world.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Calm down. Hashtag mid-table team with money. And Dylan, yes. Benji.
Give me that burn.
Right, let's right. Benji. KDB long term. Do you think for the till the end of the season, do you think he's worth it?
Yes, he's captainable in, I think,
He did a great game against
at
Southampton.
least 10 of the next games. I think he is a good player. I think you've seen that he's back now. And
God, guys.
he will definitely prove Jay wrong. And I will be sending him gifts on Twitter.
Can I just
about how good
make
he
a
is.
Can I have a
Can we get in the chat, please?
No, but like all seriousness though, like if he
Oh, yeah.
he is captainable in the next 10 games, and he is a great player. So I
Again,
think
the captain-
he's
I mean,
long term.
Benji, you're gonna captain KDB in the game of 29.
Yes.
Yeah, so was it you, Jay? The stream before this, I don't know. You mentioned you didn't think KDB was essential. Was it you? Can't remember.
No. Well, as in like, yeah, not
Now,
today, but
I'm
yeah,
talking about now. Like to the end of the season.
yeah. Oh, mate, he's not. No way. Essential, but like essential. We're talking Bruno. We're talking Martinez. We're talking Kane. We're talking Diaz. De Bruyne.
Whoa. Kane essential.
Are you? What?
I don't know.
Are you going to argue that
Penguin,
he's
should we
not?
just leave? Penguin, we should just leave.
Yeah. You just go on, carry on.
I need to hear this. What's about to come out of your mouth?
No, I'm joking.
Be careful what you say. I might inject you. No, I'm joking. No, please carry on.
Look, KDB ain't essential. Let's be real. He's not essential,
go.
but I do think he is a good
Let's
long-term
be real.
pick. I still think he's a good long-term pick.
Thing is, I've never said that he's a bad pick. I've always just said that he's not as good as like Fernandez and like
No.
Kane or whatnot. Like I'll start like I think KDB is not going to do as well as people think he is, but like he's not for me. That's all I'm going to say. I think he's the best player in the league, but he's not for me.
14 points. Okay, thank you.
But Dylan's saying
We can say
Benji. Benji is talking facts. He's saying so. He's agreeing with you.
Dylan, my boy.
You got something
Dylan,
there?
first of all, as a Chelsea fan, you're legally obliged to disagree with Benji, whatever he says. He says his name is Benji. Say no.
Oh,
Just because you got a long-term hate for De Bruyne because he left you for a better team.
We're cutting deep here. Let's get some positive vibes.
we're going a bit too further down. Let's keep the positive vibes up.
He made me cry. He made me cry.
Ronan's saying Foden or Mount for this week. We've got another City question here. It's all about City. We should just call the stream.
Mount.
Let's talk City to Benji. Let's talk City. But Mount, it's got to be Mount, isn't it? I mean, I know Foden could possibly start. I don't know what you think, Benji. To Benji again. What do you think about Foden?
I love Foden. I
would-
could marry him.
Oh, good. Who would you start this week, Foden or Mount? Non-biased.
Non-bias, Foden, because he's
Alright.
beautiful and he's the best. There you go. No bias. No bias.
No bias. I don't
No,
know.
I'm serious. Mount.
That's
Mount.
We're probably going to go Steffi now. He's going to say Mount.
Yeah. So basically, Mount.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Jay, what do you think? Foden or Mount this week?
Uh,
Oh,
Mount. It's got to be Mount.
Yeah, it's got to be
Definitely
Mount.
Uh,
On that, I've got a screw on always, but have a good luck for the game week. I hope the one of blanks, and yeah, good luck.
In your dreams.
Dylan's coming out. Chelsea fans saying,
Dylan.
Good one.
better team, Benji. Sorry, say that again. I had oil in my ears.
Yeah, no, I use that oil. I use the oil to refresh my skin. It refreshes my skin. I don't know where you get your moisturizer from. Probably from the Russians.
Mother Russia.
The Russian mafia. I'm pretty sure they have quite a good stock of some lubricant for your skin.
I get mine from
But my
America,
Try
FSG.
my oil
You want to
is
try
good.
some?
Yeah, we'll try some. Yeah, some Mother Russia. Yeah, so Sean's saying, hey, how you doing, Sean? My team is Martinez, Concert, Cancelo, Stones, Rudiger, Salah, Son, Bale, Gundogan, Watkins, Kane. And thoughts or recommendations? He's saying, I've been playing for 4 weeks and I've got 398 points altogether. Who are you? Who did you? Well, you haven't done any transfers yet, Sean. But I'd say we're looking at that team. Probably, if Cancelo's a bit rotation. Did he? Oh no, he's got Champions League next week. I think it's nice. You kept Salah. You got Salah in there. You got Son. You got Bale. You got the two. We got three of the big Spurs hitters in there. You gone for triple Spurs. It's all about question mark with Gundogan, but I still think give him another week. We saw him score against Southampton. Watkins is there. Got a decent, good game against Newcastle tonight. I don't think you really need to make any changes, mate. I think that's good to go. Depends who your captain is.
4 weeks. He says 4 weeks. I got 398 points. That's almost 100 points a game week, right?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh no, because we've had the double.
Yeah.
We've had the double, so I can't do quick math, but that's still so good. Yeah.
Who's your captain, Sean? By the way, let me know. But yeah, it's a good team. I like it. What's everyone saying? Steffi with the lol. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. So if anyone's got any last minute questions for the stream, please do fire them away. I'll be more than happy to help you with them. But any questions from my guests? Do you want anything that's on your mind to help you with your team or game weeks ahead? Jay, Steffi, Benji, anything you want to get off your chest or anything you want to ask?
Aubameyang will definitely score goals this weekend.
Penguin. So basically, I've got a question. So I've got a friend. I mean, you don't know him. Basically, I've got a friend who's quite delusional. So
Right.
can you give me some tip how to help him?
Yeah. Oh right, yeah, okay, yeah.
I actually thought I was asking for a friend.
Yeah. No, literally, no. I just realised you meant Benji. I was just there going, oh yeah, he means Benji, doesn't he? All right. Oh, no, we don't mean Benji. Sorry, Benji. We don't mean
yeah.
you. We mean the other Benji. We don't mean you. There's someone else called Benji.
I have lost it though, haven't I? I think I have lost it, but who cares? I'm having fun. God, I'm so.
Yeah, just enjoy it, mate.
losing
Just enjoy it. Go for your Aubameyang. You never know. You could be there laughing, and Aubameyang.
I was going to captain him this morning.
Well, do it,
The
mate. Do it.
captain's
You might get
armband
minus
was
2
on.
points. Oh, I'm joking. Just get red
Well,
card.
if he gets a red card, so that'll be the 6th of the season.
Jay, have you got any questions?
I
Anything?
think he left.
Oh, Jay. Oh, he's left.
He's left.
Where did you leave?
Yeah, no, he said he was going to go.
Oh, I didn't hear him. Oh, never mind. Davey is here. How you doing, Davey? We know I'm Davey. How you doing? Hope you're doing well, mate. How's your team looking? Who's your captain for this game week? Any transfers,
Yeah,
Davey?
we should go through our captains. I completely missed over all our captains.
Okay, yeah, our captain.
Steffi, who are you captaining again?
El Capitano Mount.
Mount.
See, I knew you've gone for him. I'm going for Kane, but I'm leaning towards Mount or Salah now.
I'm on Sterling. I think I said that because
I thought it was KDB.
No, because I don't have KDB. If I had KDB, I'd be definitely captaining him because I genuinely think KDB is the best captain for this week. So I would probably be putting it on KDB. But I'm putting on Sterling because I hate myself. Captaining Sterling is like taking a hot iron and pressing it on your leg, because it's just painful.
Davies just come out and said he's captaining Bruno Fernandes. The team's the same as last week. He said he's going for the same team. But what do we think about Bruno? Not trying to rip into any Bruno captainers. I mean, he's all about the penalties, isn't he? Lucky to get that penalty against your team, City. I mean,
it wasn't lucky. Jesus was an idiot.
Yeah, but I just
City ever again.
Well, so early in the game as well. But I mean, how do we feel Bruno's going to do? Is he still essential to have in our teams, even though he's a monster ownership? I mean, well, ask you, Benji.
Dude.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think he really is essential? I mean,
yes.
Why is
I
that?
kicked him out, so no.
I got rid of him. I followed Boona.
I think it's crazy that you've sold him. I think it's.
I have no
absolutely
regrets.
mental.
I have no regrets.
I mean, it was the same topic, and it was the same story when everyone was selling Salah, and I sold Salah immediately, and everyone was like, oh no, you're gonna feel your rank go down. And I feel like it's gonna be the same thing with Bruno, because United don't have good fixtures. So this could be a make or break for United. So I feel like, and it could be make or break for Bruno as well. So I feel like I didn't make a mistake, and that Bruno's ownership is gradually gonna go down.
I think the difference.
I can hear that sigh.
I think the difference between Fernandes and Salah is that Fernandes is still getting points, whereas for Salah, he hasn't got a double-digit figure in like 15 game weeks or something, and I expect him to actually score against Wolves. I think he probably will, but he hasn't performed, and yeah. I think that's the difference between Fernandes and Salah, is that even though that we can see that Fernandes isn't doing 100% that we expect him to. He's still getting the points. He's still getting the jammy penalties. He's still getting the jammy assists, and to me, Fernandes is way more consistent at the moment. So I think it's crazy to sell Fernandes and keep Salah. That's what
I think they're both not essential at the moment. I feel both especially selling lousy form, and just bring up Bruno Fernandes. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm at the moment still not hyped with Bruno. He's like near about 57% picked at the moment ownership. I'm just not convinced. It's just like if you're a Bruno owner, you'd just be hoping for a penalty or something. That's all you hope for. As a Bruno
yeah, but he gets
owner.
Them.
Yeah, he's more than likely to
not.
convert them. He's more than likely, but I just don't feel as hyped.
It's not that. It's not the fact that he's converting them. 100% he'll convert every single penalty. But the fact that that Man United keep getting penalties. We keep saying, "Oh, this is gonna stop. This is gonna stop." The penalties are gonna slow down, but they keep coming anyway. And then he gets a jammy assist, or he gets a beautiful assist, and either one. Like, I think the other one was where it touched the tip of his toe and then they gave him assist. He's still getting them. He's still getting the consistent penalties, even though we keep saying it's going to stop. And it just keeps happening. So I don't think it's necessarily like, oh, we're hoping for a penalty. He keeps getting them, so you probably expect some. At this point.
Yeah, I'm just like, because I took him out because of Boona did that huge thing, and it worked well on the double, but when it was City again the week after, it went a bit. But looking at just quickly the transfers ins and outs, we just did this near the end of the video. We're looking at Bale. He's topping it with 500k owners bringing him in at the moment, with Salah losing nearly 500k. So it looks like a lot of people doing that sort of swap from Salah to Bale for this week by the looks of it. We've also got DCL, who's nearly got 200k. Managers have taken him out, but I think it's still good to keep him in because he's got Burnley. We know we're not getting a double game week because it's less likely now. It's not happening against Villa for this game week when it was mentioned by Ben Krellin 3 weeks ago or something. But I still think keep DCL because I think Richarlison's a nice one. He's a nice one. He's going up in the transfer bin. He's the 4th highest so far, nearly 200k. We'll talk about Everton assets. What do you guys think? Do you think Richarlison, if you had to choose an Everton attacker, we'll go with Steffi first. Would you rather have?
I think he's left.
Oh, I think
he's gone as
left
well.
me. Oh, okay.
They all leave us.
Oh, okay, right. It's all down to you, Benji. At least I still got you. Don't leave me. But Richarlison or DCL, mate?
Yeah, I have to go.
No.
I'm joking.
No, but who would you go for, Richarlison or DCL, if you had to pick one Everton attacker? Because we know Richarlison had 4 in a row before the Chelsea blank. He had 4 in a row with goals. Do you think Richarlison's probably the one if we had to choose between him and DCL? You think?
I'm a form guy most of the time. Most of the time, I'm a form guy. So I'd probably say Richarlison, but they're both good options. They have amazing fixtures. If you're just looking on fixtures and not form, they're probably both great picks. But if you look at the form, Richarlison's been good. If you look at the eye test, Richarlison's been getting in so many good spaces, and he's not really playing on that left side anymore. He's sort of playing inverted left. He's sort of playing that left striker now. So he's a much better pick recently because of that, like because of the formation change Ancelotti has put in. So yeah, I don't know, toss up, but. For me, I'd go Richarlison just based off of form and how the eye test has proven that he's been very good recently. Yeah,
I think Steffi left Benji because you were talking about Bruno and hyping him up, and he got fed up with it. And that's why he left.
Got a bit upset. He got a bit upset.
We've got a few more people, new people in here. How are you doing? Sam from the Discord in that FPL Lounge. Do check them out. I want to plug them in. That FPL Lounge with Matt Booner and Mr. Lama. Great guys. You can just check out their channel. Really awesome content they're putting out. Sam, how you doing, mate? We've also got Ant as well. It's Man United. We've never said the penalties will stop. We've also got another Sam.
They're so good at penalties.
Yeah, Sam B saying, would you bring in Target or Veltman? Now we're talking about both of them early in the video. Villa have got Newcastle, Brighton. I think Target's the better one, isn't he? Attack and returns, well, slightly better, and he's a full-back and more favourable fixture.
They're playing Newcastle. That's like a
Target, mate.
In my head, that's just a guaranteed clean sheet. They're so bad. Just I would gamble on the clean sheet.
Ronan's asking Dylan, have you seen Wolves fixtures? I'm looking at NATO from 31 to 35. I don't know if you're convinced or with any Wolves guys. I mean, not really am. I'll have a look at the fixtures as well.
Their fixtures are really good from 31 to 35. They're really good. They've got like a whole green run of just like teams in the bottom six, sorry.
Yeah.
I think it's like a run of 5 games. So
are they really players that we could possibly look at, even though with the more favourable fixtures? Do you think?
I think defenders.
I mean, they haven't been the same since Jimenez went out when he got injured. So I've kind of been put off any. I mean, they are lovely fixtures, but I don't really feel.
I think you at least get one player, like you, maybe not a double, but maybe one player from Wolves for those 5 games. I think that's probably best. And for me, I think I'll be going a defender, probably Semedo or whoever's fit at the time. So, I don't really like to look too far in the future. I like to play game week to game week. I do plan sometimes, but, like before this double, I planned like 5 game weeks up to the double. And then since then, I've not really planned much, but in my head, I just see those fixtures and I'll be like, okay, well, when that comes up, I'll probably be getting a defender, maybe Semedo.
Yeah, Dylan's just put in, mentioned Willian Jose, Wolves' new striker.
He's awful, though.
Yeah.
He's awful.
Do you not think it's worth a punt? But I think it's too risky. I think anyone from Wolves is too risky. I know they taste the fixtures, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. It's all about their form and the players they have,
I think the 2 options, if you want to go someone in from 31, is probably Neto and Semedo for me. Those are the only 2 that I would go for.
We've got Sam saying, hey, we've got Benjio Aguero. Sam saying,
yeah, God, I don't know why you started calling me that.
We've also got John Harris. How you doing, mate? How you doing? He's appears in the FPL lounge on Discord. How you doing, mate? Hope you have a great game week too, mate. And who's your captain for this game week, John? Any transfers? Do let us know if you're still watching. Who's your captain, John, for this game week? Archie, how you doing? Who should I start? I can play 2, Veltman, Regulion, or Bamford. I'd say start. Well, a lot of people benching Bamford. Spurs have got Arsenal. I don't know what you think, but we'll go with you, Benji. Who do you think? Start 2 of the 3 from Archie's.
Veltman has to start. They're pretty good defensively, supposedly, stats-wise, but they haven't, kept the clean sheets. But I would bank on Veltman, maybe getting a Saka return. Who knows? And then it is a toss-up between Regulon or Bamford. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know.
I think Veltman's a good one to go for. Southampton looking 50-50. They did score 2 against you. But I do like Veltman. I think I am tempted to probably, even though you've gone triple Arsenal, I think a Spurs defender isn't a bad idea. But I think you've just got Bamford in there. Like, I keep mentioning him. I know he blanked against Villa, and we talked about this. I just kind of opt for an attacker over a defender. If there was another defender in there, I'd opt for an attacker, just based on just getting those.
Yeah, maybe Bamford just to play the attacker over the defender.
Yeah. Ante also saying Mount captain. He's captain Mount just like Steffi. I'm tempted, but I don't want to make any panic, bold decisions. John's saying, we've got Dylan also saying here, Ron, yes, but no good. Oh, yeah, he said that. John's saying here, best Wolves player to get in is Jota.
Okay.
Yeah, and Jota, I remember when he did good before his injury this season. I had him in my team for, I think he scored against Leicester, was it? And he scored against someone else. So he was doing well. He would have been, if he keeps starting games and he gets his form back, I maybe talk about next season if he becomes a regular starter, and say if it's Mo, Mane and Jota up front in a 3, and we don't really sign a very world-class striker like an Mbappe. Please make it.
You don't sign Mbappe because you're not going to.
Yeah, we're going to. Well, if we keep playing as we do, and we're going to Europa League or don't get European football.
You're not going to get Champions League, so you try and hope
I know.
Europa League football, right?
Don't rub it in.
Mbappe's not going to go to Europa League side. Let's be real.
I know. But I'd love it to happen. But if Jota did continue to start games, do you think he would be a lovely asset to own for Liverpool, maybe for next season, if Jota became our new number 9?
I still think he's a good option this season. I think that if he does keep starting like he has been, I think he should be a decent option. He's 6.6 mil, so that's not bad. And he could be a decent option if he keeps starting. So watch out for him, because I do think he could possibly be a good option.
Dylan's saying here, do you have time to check out my plan? Yeah, send it to me quickly. Dylan, have you got time to stick around, Benji, or do you need to get off?
Yeah, no, I can stick around.
Cool. We'll only be another 10 minutes, something like that. But Dylan, send me your team on Twitter. I'd be more than happy to. We'll be both as to have a look at it. I need to know whether to bring in Bale. So yeah, mate, just quickly send in your team, and we've got less than half an hour, guys. Got 28 minutes until the deadline. Won't be lasting that long. Just another 10 minutes. Ismail saying, how you doing, Ismail? Bench Saka or Jota? That's interesting. Now we've got
Saka.
Yeah, bench Saka. Everyone was hyping Saka up earlier in the season. He was doing well, but now it's a bit of rotation. What do you think of Saka?
Well, I don't think he was rotation. He got a rest.
Oh yeah, it was Leicester game that kind of put me off. But
yeah, he had like a knock from the Europa League game, I believe. So he said that he wasn't going to play that game, and then he was going to play the next. So and he played against Burnley, and he should have had like 2 goals and 2 assists. Like, if Pepe doesn't put that on the bar, if it goes in, but if Peters doesn't block it off the line, that's 2 assists for Saka, and then he has 2 clear one-on-ones, and he misses them both. So he had played well against that in that Burnley game. So he could be an option still.
Just quickly, let's see Sam here before we get to Dylan's team. He's saying, sorry if you've covered this question, but Captain Kane, Bale or Gundo? I think Bale's a lovely one to probably captain, but I'd say Kane still. I still think he's going to start. I don't know what you think, Benji. Sam, do you think that Kane, obviously probably captain Kane over Bale and Gundo?
Yeah.
Despite
I'd go with. I mean, knowing me saying this is gonna come back to bite me. But I wouldn't go nowhere near Gundo this week. If he plays like how he played against Southampton and United, I would go nowhere near Gundo for captaincy. So yeah, I'd say Kane if you want to just be safe, but the differential is Bale. So.
Just also here, John Harris saying Jota is my captain this week. Penguin 3.5% ownership. Players always love to score against their old clubs. Wolves conceding lots of chances in the box. They are. It's true, and he could be a good one. I think it was early in the season.
I'd be scared though.
He didn't start. He didn't start against Wolves in that, was it, 4-0 win last time out. But I think he'll start. I think he'll start, and I think he'll be up for this.
Because he started against Leipzig.
Yeah, be rotation. But Firmino's still out. But then we're thinking about bloody Shaqiri and Origi.
Firmino's supposedly back.
Is he?
That's
Oh god.
So Firmino might be back for the game.
Oh god.
So that I'd be so scared to captain Jota this week.
It's bold. It's bold, John. But if you want to go for it, mate,
go for it.
It could work. I mean, look, Benji. He's going for Aubameyang. I mean, he's dropped Salah. I mean, it's all about enjoying the game now and just go for it. Sam's saying I'm thinking Kane too in case of penalties. True. Yeah, Kane's the best one out of the three, obviously. Sam.
There's been how many penalties in the last couple of derbies between Spurs and Tottenham? Like I think it was like 4 or 5 in the last 10. So
probably.
I don't know. It's probably like 50% chance.
Right. This is Dylan's team. He's saying plan for now till 33. Would Rafinha and Antonio in a 3-5-2 be too risky? For this game week, Rafinha and Antonio in a 3-5-2. I think it's bold, but I think they both got tough teams, Rafinha and Antonio. But I still think they're good enough to go and get the point. So I think he just sent something else, has he? Or is it just? Oh, he sent another one, or this one. Money less tight and a better bench to rotate. So we'll click on this one so you can see it, Benji. It looks like he's going for a wild card by the looks of it, or free hit. I'm not too sure. It looks like it's a wild card. I think I'm not too sure.
I think you said wild card at 33 or like.
Oh, wild card 33.
It looks like so.
What do you think of this team? This is another screenshot he sent me. He's got Amati in there now. He did well in was it last game week? Someone else had him, another viewer. He's also got Mendy, Cresswell, as a Requeta. He's looking like a solid pick. He's nailed on for Chelsea. And he looks a good one. He's also got Benrahma from West Ham, the former Brentford player. I don't know what your thoughts are on him. Do you think he's a bit too bold?
I don't know where that's come from.
A bit too
that's
bold.
Very bold. If you're going to go for a West Ham player, you would go for Lingard or Antonio or Souček.
Yeah.
Benrahma's been very rotation. He hasn't really done anything either. And his stats are really bad when he plays. He's actually surprisingly quite a flop at West Ham. Maybe that's because obviously Moyes is managing his minutes, maybe. But yeah, he's not really that good, in my opinion. I think he's been very disappointing.
Just quickly say to Ismail, unfortunately, mate, I can't access Instagram on here. It would have to be through Twitter, mate, to get your team. But if you want to type your team in the chat, I can help you through that instead. If you don't have Twitter.
Dylan said that Benrahma is Lingard, so that's completely pointless. Apparently it was glitched.
Oh right, so. I was just about to say, Dylan. I thought that's a bit of a bold move to go for, mate. But yeah, I think it seems to be just his transfers is going forward, and it's nice going forward. He's only got the one Spurs attacker. Like I said. Maybe go for Bruno. Maybe go for Bale or Son instead of Bruno. But that's just me. It's just also because they're playing in the blank too. But KDB's in there, Mount's in there. I think it's a nice team. Nice team going forward. It's got triple West Ham. I think it's nice. Nice one, mate.
I think I using the word essential again. I think from game week 30, I think a Chelsea defender is essential. If you do not have a Chelsea defender, doesn't matter about rotation. If you want Azpilicueta, he's played every game so far. Probably Azpilicueta is the best hope for every game starting. But I think it's pretty essential to have a Chelsea defender by game week 30 if you haven't got one already.
Yeah. Dylan's just saying here, can't find bench one of Concert, Shaw, or Rudiger this week.
That's so hard.
It's a tough one, but I'd say, that's a tough one, mate.
I wouldn't bench Concert because it's against Newcastle.
But Shaw's get those attacker returns, and Rudiger's got. I think. If I dare say, I'm going to say Rudiger. I'm going to say Rudiger. I think.
Yeah.
Bench him, Daniel. I'd say.
So hard. Yeah, I'd say Rudiger maybe.
We've got someone else here. Option 1 or option 2, not for the blank. That's what I want my team to look like for 33. That's what he said. So the team. So option 1, he sent me an option 2. I'll just do this instead. I'll scroll past them. I think basically, he's got Brewster in the first one. I won't have Brewster unless you midfield. That's where you got Bale in. Yeah, you got Bale in your first one, but you put Brewster in. I think number 2 is slightly better. I think just go for number 2, mate. I know you've got Bale in the first one, but you've got Antonio too. But if you can change Benrahma to Lingard once it does appear on the app, or just go on the website, it'd be easier because he's on the website, Lingard. But I prefer number 2, mate. I think I just don't like the look of Brewster on there, and he's not in score. He's not even scored this season, so I wouldn't waste it. I know it's a bench fodder and stuff, and he's cheap, but
so many things can change by game week 33. Your opinion will probably change. This won't be the
definitely.
team 33. I can guarantee that. I do it a lot of the time where I'm like, oh, I'll do this. Like I said earlier, I'm thinking of doing Semedo in game week, whatever.
Same.
But by that time, I might change my mind and I might say, I don't really want a Wolves defender. I want a Wolves attacker instead. So, things will change. It is good to plan out on how you want to play, but it might change. It might change by that time. So,
see, I just think it looks better because we know Spurs have got a blank in 33. So I think by having the less Spurs player,
yeah,
and then it's better going forward with that.
Yeah, you can plan that because that's guaranteed. So I would go for the second one just because you have a less Spurs player by that time. If you're saying by 33, this is what my squad wants to be, and probably by game week 33, probably want to lose a little bit of Spurs players because their run after 33 isn't that great. I think actually it is great, but it's like the 3 games before 33. It's actually not that good. I think after Newcastle, their games start to teeter down a bit. I think they have United in that time. So, but then after 33, they're so good. So maybe that's why he's got Bale in there, because after 33, they have a really good run. So that's probably why he's got it in there.
Just checking everything's still going with the... but the stream, hopefully it's still going the stream. But yeah, John Harris saying, how many players are you looking to play in the blank game week 29? At the moment, I've got about 9, but if you just ignore Dyer and Alioski, I have about 7, because I don't expect them to bloody start.
I think I have 9, because I plan to at least get Bale or Son next week for Sterling. So, and then that means I'll have 8. But then I think I might do a -4. I don't know. We'll see when it comes to it. But hopefully I'll have 9, maybe 8.
I'll probably have 8 too. I am considering maybe to bring Bale in, but it means me getting rid of Dyer on a -4.
It's such a small game week that everybody's going to have the same players.
I'll tell you who I do like. I do like Lookman against Leeds. I think that could be an entertaining game. But carry on. Sorry, Benji. Carry on what you're saying. I
was going to say that everybody's going to have the same players. So don't expect a huge rank rise and a small one. If you're on I think this is actually more beneficial against people who are free hitting. Because people are free hitting and trying to do loads of differential things that might not pay off, and you actually might be worse off for it when people have the solid picks of Kane, Son, Antonio, Cresswell, and then you look at Martinez. Maybe somebody has Saka. Like those are the players that are going to be playing, and people that have, and the Leeds players. Everybody has Leeds players, so you're not really going to go high in rank. You're not going to gain so much rank. You might get a green arrow, but it's not going to be huge chunks. So I do think this blank is very insignificant, and if it were me, I wouldn't be free hitting, because we saw in the last blank that it was not beneficial, because everybody had the same players, and even though you free hitted and had, say, 3 more players, those 3 players really didn't do much, even if they did, because you just didn't gain rank, because everybody had the same game week. Everybody had the same game week, so I really wouldn't put too much. As long as you've got 8 players, I don't think you should be worried, because
I say the minimum 7.
You know,
7.
Don't put too much planning and too much stress on this blank game week, like, because everybody's gonna have the same players, and it's such a tight game week that that gaining rank and losing rank is not gonna be massive.
So someone's saying Kane or KDB captain. I'd say Kane, but you're a City fan, Benji. Do you think KDB?
I'd say KDB.
KDB, okay.
I'd say KDB. That's not bias either. I think he genuinely is the best captain for this week. I expect him to start. If he doesn't, I'll be very surprised. And if he doesn't start, I don't actually expect him to come on. So if you're going to captain him, I'd advise captain Kane, because if he doesn't start, he usually doesn't come on, maybe for 10 minutes, but that's very rare. That he only came on for that 10 minutes before because of he just come back from injury and stuff. So, but apart from that, whenever he's benched, he usually doesn't come on. So I'd say KDB, because I just think he's back, and I'd expect double digits, honestly.
I
think he's that good.
Yeah. Dylan's saying Gundo to Bale this week and Castagna to Cresswell in 29. I will have 11 in 29. Don't worry, I want them long term. I think it's good moves that going long term. Cresswell doing well. I think 10 assists, if I'm correct. He takes corners. He's been doing well.
Yeah, Cresswell's great long term.
He's been long term. I think Bale is still a good one to go for, despite him having a blank in 33. But I think he's still a good one to go for. Definitely an upgrade from Gundo. Ismail sending me his team: Martinez, Cancelo, Cresswell, Stones, Gundogan, Bale, Jota, Fernandes, Bamford, DCL, and Watkins. I think it's a nice team, mate. There's nothing you really need to. I know you got Jota in there, so that's an interesting one you're going for. We've been talking about Jota. There could be some rotation. You did see him start in the against Leipzig. Benji saying something about Firmino has returning or something like that. He's back or something.
Could be. There's a possibility.
So just be mindful, but just go for it, mate. Just like John. Do you say you were captaining him, John? Just go for it. Go YOLO. Play your own game. Could work out. Just could work out. This guy's saying for long term, from 31 to 38, KDB plus 2 non-playing bench overall Bale and plus 2 decent players. I'd probably say if you talk about KDB.
I'd say De Bruyne, because from 31 to 38, City have great fixtures, and I know that Spurs do have a very good run after 33. Like, they get a good run again. But I think De Bruyne is a great option. You could probably find money for Son or Bale elsewhere. If you've got Kane, though, then I don't think you need a Bale or Son to fill the spot of a De Bruyne. No.
Yeah. Gotta go now. Great stream as always. Thanks, mate, for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. We're going to wrap things up now, guys. We have really enjoyed doing this stream.
It is 10 minutes to the
10 minutes.
So everybody get your teams ready now.
10 minutes. You got less.
Don't do them. Don't do them in the last second.
I want to thank.
Just do them now.
I want to thank Benji for coming on. I want to thank everyone that's come on. Also Steffi and Jay for coming on. They just mysteriously. No, it was great having them on. It was really awesome. Great hearing from them. But they probably need to get off and probably do a stream or do something. But it was great having them on, and you too, Benji. And but thank you so much for been watching, and I hope you have a great game week 2. Don't forget to like the video, hit subscribe, join the bubbly bunch army, and hit share too, and share on Facebook and Twitter, and hit that notification bell too next to the subscribe button, so you know when I post a video. And thank you so much, guys. Benji, if you want to, do you want to throw out your Twitter, people to give you a follow?
It's Benji FPL, but like I say every week, I'll just be gloating on how good City is and not even talk about FPL because my season's over. But yeah, City are the best team in the world.
Yeah. All right, gotta go now, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and take care, guys. Bye.
Now I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up now. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up. Hard work's like a weapon, attack with no questions. In my own section and they still disconnected, cause their mind's been infected and they're filled with objection. Too filled for recollection, so we're losing all attention. They don't know I'm in contention, cause I'm gaining their attention, cause I'm making a connection. Lyricism and aggression got me feeling my ascension. In my passion, my profession, I'm attacking my obsession, taking action and progressing. I go off on the enemy, that's what makes them scared of me. Make my plans carefully, then execute them daringly. They say I act recklessly, but that's why I'm effective. See, you can't predict my tendencies, I offer no transparency. Some people think I'm lost, others think I'll be a legend. I'm never gonna stop till I'm one above second. And my thoughts at the top, but my mind stay present. Don't let your dreams stop, cause dreaming is a blessing. They tell me all the same.